Hey everybody, welcome back to Suck Less Saturday. I am Neil. Hey, do you ever think about who your tribe is and why that's important? Hang on, I'm gonna tell you why.
You need a shot timer because that which gets measured gets worked on. The Range Tech Timer is the official timer of active self-protection because it is versatile, reliable, feature-rich, and very economical. Check out all it can do at the link below.
Folks, hey, I'm here with my friend Morgan Ballas. Morgan, tell us a little bit about your training company.
So I run defensive tactics and firearms. We are based out of Southern California, helping our fellows down in San Diego County and Riverside County. I also run an emergency management consulting firm called Campus Safety Alliance.
All right, right on. So you may or may not know this, but one of our very first Survive the Fight training tours, like the second one,
I think it was the
with
second
you.
one,
Yeah. It's changed a little since then. We're a little different now.
We're excited
we
to
might
have
have
you
learned
back.
a couple of lessons ourselves.
Yeah.
So it was great to go there. We want to come back and hang out with you a little bit. But so we're here in the beautiful state of Colorado. You can see the mountains back here. I don't know what range we're at. Do you know what range we're at?
I don't remember.
We don't know what range you're at. But this is the Girl with the Gun National Conference, and we got invited to come here and teach. Actually, Morgan got invited here to teach, and Stephanie got invited here to teach. I got to come along and help, and so basically I just got to be, the helper and hang targets and run around, run a timer. It was wow, this was a really cool thing. Like 500 some women showed up for this.
Insane. So much fun.
Man, that Girl with the Gun. I mean, just the facilitators, and I mean, they had cowboy stuff, and they had long range stuff and shotgun stuff way up there on a mountain.
Anything you could think of.
Yeah, Cody came with us, and so Cody and I got to drive up and watch them shoot shotgun. It was fun. This was a great time. But we wanted to talk a little bit about our tribe and why that's important in a self-defense scenario. Talk to us a little bit about that.
So a lot of times when we're thinking about under what conditions I'm willing to insert myself into a situation that may result in negative consequences, we think about two things.
Right.
Am I willing to get killed over this? Am I willing to die and sacrifice my life? And the other is, am I willing to kill someone else in this? But in both of those contexts, first of all, they're very broad. They're also really selfish because you're only thinking about the impact on you. So the challenge for this week is to think about who is your tribe and what are the consequences for you getting involved in an incident, especially in an incident that you didn't need to insert yourself into, and what is the impact on your tribe? And does that change your mindset? What you might find is that your tribe actually gets smaller. Who you thought was your core center isn't as big as you thought it was because of some consequences for people that are part of your main tribe. Right? So that's going to be the challenge this week. And so here's what we're going to do.
Okay.
All right. Is on the first day, we're going to think about broad category. And we're going to list people in our tribe. We're going to say, hey, who would I be willing to die for? Right? To get killed for?
You got to really think about that.
It's a tough question.
Yeah.
When I think about that, for me, my tribe is my wife, my son, my daughter, also my siblings, my nephew, my mom, and my dad. Okay, that's my kind of initial tribe. And with that is, in the same respect, am I willing to take another human's life over this incident? Who am I willing to kill for? And my tribe essentially stays the same in that context. There's not much of a difference. The problem is that we're only thinking about that on the impact on us. So I want to reframe this conversation for you, and we're going to dive deeper. If I think about me dying or being killed because I inserted myself, especially into someone else's problem, right? What impact does that now have on my tribe that is left?
Oh,
my daughter's 5.
Yeah.
You want to know one of the greatest things I think about, and I truly mean this, I think about what song I'm going to walk my daughter down the aisle to and what song I'm going to dance with her at her wedding. I swear, there's times when I just go there and it's my moment. So if I think about who I'm willing to die for, I now take that away from her. My son is 12. That means I've lost opportunity to raise him to be a man of faith, a good husband, a good employee, a good student. He now doesn't have that person in his life. My wife is now, she's widowed. She has to take on those responsibilities. And unfortunately, being a service member, I've lost more brothers to their own demons than overseas, and I've directly seen the impact.
Oh, yeah. So it means a lot more to you than probably the average Joe because you've seen it from both sides.
I've seen it, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Wow, that's
And
deep.
so when I think about that, I think to myself, man, my mom, my dad, they're 60. They've had a good run. And in that context, my tribe gets a little smaller, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of changes and reframes the conversation. Man, I'm maybe not willing to step into my dad's incident if it might result in me losing my life, because there's more impacts beyond just me.
Right.
It affects my wife, my son, my daughter.
And
I
he
have
wouldn't
two.
want you to anyway.
And you know what? He probably
Right.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
I have younger siblings too. So one's a junior in college, the other is about to be a senior in high school. So that means like they don't have me there as
Right.
well.
Yeah.
Right. So for me, my tribe starts to get a little smaller. So on day one for this challenge,
Yep.
you're gonna just think broad context. Who am I willing to die for? Who am I willing to kill for? So that's day one.
Yep.
On another day during the week, you're gonna come back and revisit the conversation. You're gonna ask yourself, okay, if I die in this fight, especially a fight that's not mine, I just insert myself into it, what implication does that have for people in my tribe? Yep. And you might find that people on your list start to come off, and that's okay. You start to get down to your core tribe. Who are the people that really need me most in this world?
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
On the third day, we're going to examine what does it mean if I, as a result of me inserting myself into a situation, especially someone else's situation that didn't choose me, what does it mean for me to kill someone else, to take someone else's life?
Okay.
Again, we're thinking about it in broad categories. We think about it as, oh, the legal aftermath. We sanitize it, right? Mm-hmm. But the hard truth is this, is that if I survived that fight and I ended up taking someone else's life, can I personally, truly live with those demons myself? And I've been baptized in fire. I've had to deal with PTSD and those challenges, but I didn't deal with it alone.
Yeah.
My wife deals with it on a daily basis. My children have dealt with it so much.
Yep.
When dad just snaps for no reason and dad doesn't even know why he snaps. Right? Those
Yep.
are much deeper implications.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big time deep implications. The other things we talk about are the financial consequences. Can everything you've built, if you're retired, if you have a pension, if you spent 12 years getting your degree and you've spent another 10 years in the field just to get where you're at, are you willing to lose your entire career, everything, for that one moment?
Yep.
And what impact does that have on your tribe?
Well, and I think, this is a very deep topic, right?
Yeah.
And so this isn't about getting faster with our draw. This isn't about situational awareness, any of the, this is a very deep topic. It's something that, and we didn't talk a whole lot off camera about
No,
this.
not
I
at all.
wanted this to be kind of raw so we could talk through it. But as I see this, I just did a video with Chuck Haggard about, situational awareness and really paying attention. And one of the things that he talked about, his assignment was, just look around when you walk into the truck stop or the gas station, look around. Those are transitional spaces where crime happens there. When you pull up to the gas pump, that kind of stuff. And if I pull through the gas station and I see an armed robbery going on, is it my job to run in there and stop that?
Right.
And so then I've got a decision to make. Now, the decision that I'm going to make is if somebody in my tribe is standing in that room with that dude with a gun threatening them,
Yep.
yeah, I'm willing to go. But if not, you know what? That everybody in there had the same opportunity that we did to train and
Yes.
get ready for this. And it might sound harsh,
Yeah.
but I've got a responsibility. Folks that know me know that I've got a special needs son.
Yeah.
He needs me around as long as possible.
Right.
I can't let him go, and I can't leave any earlier than I absolutely have to, and he'll outlive me. We have to come to grips with that. But at the end of the day, I don't need to go out and be stupid with my own life for somebody I don't even know, because somebody I do know needs me forever, and I think it's really the crux of this whole thing.
It really is, and because a lot of times we preset our minds that, hey, there's a bad guy, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to go to work. Especially as you become more proficient at your skill set, you know that you can have a positive impact for other people's tribes. But as I've thought about me as a self-defender more and more, and I look at my kids, and I've started to question myself. I spent 11 years as an infantry Marine. Going in there was no choice. You just go.
Yeah.
Right? And I train officers that train officers in active shooter response. You just go. And I got to tell you now, in the moment, I'm not a sworn officer. I don't know, if my tribe wasn't with me, that's going to be a tough one.
Yep.
I would lean towards not going. If I'm being truly honest, I would lean towards not going because I got to make it back home to my kids because I want to walk my daughter down the aisle, man.
It's the best thing ever. I've done it 3 times.
Oh.
3 different daughters. It's expensive. But man, Morgan, I appreciate it. This is a really deep one, guys. I appreciate you coming here. The idea of just really thinking through this. We are self-defenders for most of us. Will say, I'm here to defend my family and myself. Right? We don't necessarily have to go defend others. It's still your choice.
Yeah.
Don't hear us say don't do it, but think through the implications of the decisions that you make on if it's not your worst day, it's somebody's worst day. Do you need to insert yourself into that scenario? It's up to you, and you get to pick. But really, I love this one because this week, you don't have to go out and dry fire for 10 hours this week. You don't have to do anything special. You just have to sit down and think. Get out a pen and a paper, write down your tribe, and think through that. Just understand the implications. And you know what? At the end of the week, you're going to suck a little bit less because you're probably going to have a couple of aha moments through all that. And again, you get to make whatever decision you want to make. I do know I've had conversations similar to this with some other folks that are like, "Hey, if not me, who?"
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Why did God give
That's
me
okay.
these skills and abilities if I'm not, and then put me in that position if I'm not going to be able to do it? I know, I've had this conversation. I'm not going to name names, but with a person in the industry, a female person in the industry, and she says, "You know what? I'm single. I've got these skills. I could probably stop something." I understand that you have Cody at home, and I don't judge you any differently for that. So you make your decision. We're not telling you what decision to make. We're just telling you, hey, make an informed one. All right. So, hey, man, I appreciate you coming and doing this. It was so good to see you.
I appreciate it.
Hey, he's in our new instructor certification cohort coming up. I'm excited. You get to come out to South Dakota and hang out with us.
Yep.
If you guys want to join the rest of us in that, any of you instructors want to come join us, we'll have a link to the instructor certification thing. But it's good stuff. And, man, I appreciate it. This has been a blast. It's so good to connect.
Suck less.